It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, March 19, 2019, 7 a.m., the last day of winter.
What?
It's the last day of winter.
It's tomorrow, the first day of spring.
So it says right here, 4:58 Central Daylight Time, tomorrow afternoon. Spring is here. This is the last full day of winter. Yay!
Are you saying that there's no chance of snow?
I didn't say that.
Because I'm telling you, it's happened.
This is
I know
Arkansas.
We got into this argument before, and
I've seen it snow on March 23rd down here before. But
there you go.
And to celebrate, I didn't wear a jacket. It's 37 degrees. I thought, nope, last day of winter, we're going to tell winter to shove off.
Oh, and you wearing the jacket's going to do that?
No,
or not wearing the
jacket.
jacket's going to do that?
Stick it near winter.
Is it going to scare winter?
Scare winter away.
Oh, God.
No more jacket weather.
I'm not buying all that.
Me either, but it's worth a try. The groundhog didn't work, so I ended up not wearing a jacket on the last day of winter. Anyway, welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis. And how you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Another fun-fulfilled day.
Oh, yeah. Went over to Subway last night. Brad Skyler and I were eating, and the guy came up and says, I watch you guys every morning and enjoyed the show. And I want to say,
did you apologize?
Yeah, I did. So,
that's what I do. I'm so sorry. We're trying to get better quality entertainment, but it is
that's
what
why Tena's here. Anyway, appreciate those. And I was over at Henderson First Baptist Sunday checking out the sound system and stuff, and a lot of folks in Henderson tune us in over there. So you enjoy
awesome.
So
good to
y'all
hear.
are welcome. Stop by sometime. Have a cup of coffee with us. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive here in Mountain Home. Where's that? Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn, just north. Right next to the meat shop.
There you go.
With the road in between, but here we are. Hey, I'm enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home, Balmer Boulevard, Baxter Regional Medical Center, and 62 East Plaza. All 3 locations are up and running and ready to help you today with Brood Awakening Coffee.
Or you can come by here and get the maximum strength version.
Come by and get the full adult dose. Yep. We've got the full adult dose right here, Brood Awakening Coffee. Check them out. All kinds of different flavors, mochas, lattes, espressos, you name it, they've got it. Check out, they've got a menu board that stretches from here to the back wall. And you will not be disappointed with Brood Awakening Coffee. Check them out. 3 locations to serve you. Appreciate Mike and his staff. They've been sponsoring the show for many, many years. And they do a really, really good job. I always go out to 62 East Plaza out there by Anytime Fitness where I pick stuff up.
Awesome.
And the girls out there do a great job. Just great folks, great product. Brood Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes right here in Mountain Home and across the state of Arkansas. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 Roller Funeral Homes in Arkansas to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. And right here in Mountain Home, talk to Bruce or Charlotte, Chris, anyone out there will help you. Now's the time to do pre-planting. Said, what's he talking about pre-planting? It's last day of winter, spring's tomorrow. Am I going to put a garden out, all that? But, oh, time out. Sometimes that stuff can sneak up on you, so it's time to be prepared. Just talk to them. Go by and talk to them for 15, 20 minutes and say, well, this is what I'm thinking. Could be an emergency. Could be the passing of a loved one that's elderly. Never know. But when the need arises, Roller Funeral Home is very professional, caring, loving, and very knowledgeable. They will treat you right. Check them out.
Can't even say it. Can't even say that word this morning. It's too early.
Too early. Say knowledgeable.
Once you start getting up to 10-cent words, you start losing Dale.
Boy, those 15-cent words really hurt sometimes, One of these days I'll make it to 40 cents on my word. Check them out, Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, right here in Mountain Home and across the state. Pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, the manner in which we treat other people really matters. The constant barrage of mean, offensive statements can lead to devastating results. It's called bullying, and in some cases where profanity is used, it could be called verbal abuse. Lord, this stuff is rampant among our students in all schools, and some thinks it's funny, but the victims don't really see any humor in it at all. Lord, I pray for those being bullied, that somehow it will stop, and to the ones doing the bullying, It's an example of low self-esteem carried out as being a show-off, so to speak. Lord, I pray today that you'll teach us to be kind to others, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
that trumpet, brace yourself.
The weather.
Brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, buying or selling, contact the Z-Team, retiretoarkansas.net, 870-405-0793. Take a quick peek at the White River on our live cam this morning. Ooh, is that pretty?
Got a little bit of fog out there. It's not bad.
Not bad, but we got a little bit of light at 7:05, almost 7:06 this morning. The lights are still on the bridge and a little bit of lights in downtown Cotter.
Good visibility this morning.
Yeah, very pretty right now. The live camera brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate, for all your real estate needs. Great friends, great folks. They will treat you right. And just upfront and honest, everyday people. And, wow, check them out, retiretoarkansas.net. Right now, 37 degrees in Mountain Home, 38 at Harrison, 35 in Hardy, 30 in Mountain View, 36 at Yellow. Marshall checks in at 30, while Calico Rock's at 37 already. St. Louis at 32, same in Poplar Bluff. Branson at 37, West Plains at 32, and 25. Whew, wow, 25, that's a heat wave up there.
They're catching up.
Ooh, 25 in Watford City, North Dakota. Wow. On the national radar, we got a little bit showing up in Missouri and Kansas and Nebraska right now, a little bit back in Oklahoma. And they say we do have a little bit of shower chances for today and tomorrow, which is the only time, I think, in the next 7 days that we have this chance of showers. Maybe not 7 days, but anyway. You can see a little bit out there in Utah, but other than that, right here in the Midwest, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, a little bit on the Missouri-Iowa border right there, a little bit maybe stretching into Arkansas. We'll go ahead and ready to hit that Little Rock stop there. All right. The Little Rock radar, if any of this is hitting the ground, it's extremely scattered showers right now. Jonesboro down to Little Rock, down to I-40, down around Carlisle, Lonoke showing a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to say most highways are clear. 62, 412 east-west clear at this time. 65 north-south Little Rock, Branson. Highway 67, 167 Batesville, Poplar Bluff. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas seem to be clear at this time. And so we do have some rain chances later. Taking a look at the state of Missouri, we'll hit the St. Louis stop first. A little bit around the St. Louis metro area, mainly over into Illinois, just off of I-70 and I-64. If you're going to East St. Louis, Illinois to Vandalia, or East St. Louis to Mount Vernon. I-64 and I-70 showing to have a little bit. That's around Belleville, Collinsville, Fairview Heights, Troy, Maryville, and places like that. West County, St. Louis showing a little bit on I-70, not much, if it's even hitting the ground. And then back just west of Columbia, Missouri on I-70. And southwest of Rolla, between Rolla and Lebanon, I-44, showing a little bit of shower activity from what we're picking up on the national radar. Southwest Missouri, you can see the line of showers from Kansas City to Columbia to Jeff City. That affects Highway 50, US 50, Interstate 70, Highway 63 around Jefferson City, and a little bit, I think, going to be around Highway 54, I think. Does Highway 54 run around Osage Beach up there, US 54?
You got
I'm
me.
not sure. Anyway. Going from Mountain Home to Springfield to Kansas City, you may hit some shower activity today around Clinton, between Clinton and Kansas City. Anyway, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, I-44, not much going on there until you get around the Springfield area. Then I-44, Lebanon, Rolla with some showers there, but I-70, be prepared for showers from Kansas City to Columbia. And so, let's see what we have on the forecast. I'm going to refresh this real quick. Okay. For the forecast map, we have fog advisory up in North Dakota, and the lighter greens is flood advisories and flood watches. We do have some colder weather in the south right now, so that dark blue will be a freeze warning. It looks like in Alabama and Georgia and southern Tennessee. The light blue, I think, would indicate, where's the blue pattern here? Frost advisory there. So a little bit cold in the southeast. Right now, not much in Arkansas, just flood advisories along the Mississippi River. It looks like the White River. And anyway, 7-day forecast for us. Refresh one more time. Right now, it's down to 36 degrees, but they're saying today a high of 60 with increasing clouds, low tonight 42. Then tomorrow, 50% chance of showers tomorrow with a high of 57, tomorrow night low of 36. Thursday, a high of 60, bright, sunshiny skies, 65 on Friday with more sunlight, Saturday, 20% chance of thunder showers with a high of 65. Friday night, low of 41. Let's see if they extended us down here into Sunday. Sunday looks like high near 61 with some shower activity there. Looks like the weekend may have a little bit of chance. So I'm going to go to Springfield. They've got a railroad model show up there at the Expo Center.
Ah.
You like model railroads?
I do.
Yeah, it's fun.
I do.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And may run up there. It's from like 9 to 3 on Saturday at the Expo Center. Only like $7 to get in, so it'll be worth it. May run up there. Anyway, it looks like we got some pretty nice weather. Like I say, today is the last day of winter. I checked it out. I think winter arrives for our time zone tomorrow at 4:58 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Yay! Spring is here. Winter is gone. Hey! Drought monitor, Arkansas, Missouri. Of course, when you got flood warnings and watches out and things indicating on the highways, there's not much chance of a drought. So it's on there anyway, so show it. iDrive Arkansas, we'll take a look at route conditions. We do have some red X's right here down around Arkadelphia. Highway 51, Clark County, pipe culvert failure in both lanes there. And let's see, we have one at Paragould. We have another pipe culvert failure at Highway 351. Wherever you see the red X's, need to check those because there'd be a problem getting across one of the state highways. The circle blue X's indicate, I think that's high water. So before you travel, especially in the Delta, check out iDrive Arkansas. Then you can check out your border states. We'll take a look at Missouri real quick. Everything good in Missouri, and I still got this crawl down here I need to see. You see it down here at the bottom of your screen. And once again, it says Interstate 29 is closed at mile marker 110 at Rockport due to flooding. Use alternate I-35 and then I-80 into Iowa as an alternate route. And then also U.S. Route 61. Now that should be over in East Missouri because 61 runs to Cape Girardeau. US 61 at Alexander is also closed due to flooding. Missouri River Runner train service between St. Louis and KC canceled as of Monday, March 18. And US 61, that's this highway right here. I know it goes from Steele, Missouri around Kennett, comes up through Cape Girardeau and into St. Louis and goes up, kind of follows the Mississippi River up into Missouri. Anyway. Morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net. I need some folks to check that out. RetireToArkansas.net. Take a look at all the pictures. The photography is fantastic. And while you're there, take a look at all the listings they have for you. One more time on that live shot. 6 minutes later, see what we've got on that live cam. There you go. The White River, the bridge lights, I think, have shut off. You see any bridge lights yet?
No, I think the lights are shut off, but... You say it is a little, it's good visibility, but it is a little foggy out there.
You can see a little bit of cloud. See over in the upper left-hand part of the screen and the horizon there, you see a little bit of those clouds up there in Missouri. That is the Missouri horizon. So the live shot brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora. Check out their website, and you can look at that live cam all the time right there on RetireToArkansas.net. Right?
There you go.
Community calendar is brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m.
Did you get your chicken fried steak yesterday?
No. As a matter of fact, my son snuck in, my grandson, I don't know, hey, hi. And it was about lunchtime, so I spent some quick time with him because he had to catch a flight out of Springfield.
Yeah.
Grandson has priority over chicken fried steak.
Well, this morning for breakfast, we got 2 pancakes, 2 sausage or bacon, 2 eggs for $5.88. Can't beat it. And for lunch... Of course, you got Kimmy's homemade famous meatloaf.
Oh, it's good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Comes with 2 sides, roll of cornbread, $6.88. Go by and try a slice of pie. Get you some coffee.
Gonna be good. Gonna be good. Quilting and evolving fabric art. Take a tour of quilting from the history to new tools to the new directions. This is at the Calico Rock Heritage and Visitor Center, 104 Main Street, Calico Rock. 297-6100 is the phone number there. The history portion is April 15th through 27, while the new tools is April 29th through May 11, and new directions May 13th through 25th at the Calico Rock Heritage and Visitor Center in Calico Rock, Arkansas, 104 Main Street, downtown. 297-6100 for more information. Mountain Home Christian Academy will be presenting Mary Poppins Jr. Takes place at Dunbar Auditorium with free admission, but donations are appreciated. It would be April 27th at 7 p.m. and April 28th at 2 p.m. So come on out and enjoy Mary Poppins Jr. Then Mountain Home Christian Academy Spring Open House, Thursday, March 28th from 6 to 7 p.m. Come by and check out their fine facility there. And then the biggie, Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball. The Night with Your Knight is Friday, May 10th. And the Father-Daughter Ball is Saturday, May 11th at the Shed of the the Arkansas State University Mountain Home campus. Tickets go on sale April 1st.
I got one, the Lake Norfolk Fireworks 6th Annual Benefit Bass Fishing Tournament.
Say that again real quick.
Yeah, no kidding.
Talk about those 10-cent words there, Scooter.
The Lake Norfolk Fireworks 6th Annual Benefit Bass Fishing Tournament is Saturday, March 30th at Panther Bay Marina. First prize is $500, and proceeds benefit the Lake Norfolk's 34th Annual Independence Eve Fireworks Show.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Entry is $50 a team.
Fun.
With the optional of a $10 big bass pot. Entry forms are available at the Lake Norfolk Marina, or you can go online at www.lakenorfolkfireworks.com. Mail-in entries must be received by March 23rd. Saturday, day of registration opens at 5:30 a.m. Contact Jenny, 870-467-5800 for more information. This is a small tournament with big prizes and a great cause. So.
There you go. All right, 7:16. We're going to check that live cam one more time for the break. Live cam brought to you by Bob and Lindsay Zodora, the Z Team. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiretoarkansas.net. Coming up, Area Agency on Aging. We will be right back.
Breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn and Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn and Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
7:20. We want to welcome Jamie and Tina from Area Agency on Aging. It's good to have you all back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And so it looks like we got lots to talk about. So the time's all yours. What you got?
All right. Well, first I thought we might talk a little bit about area agency services, what we do and everything. We'll, of course, talk quite a bit about the adult daycare, and then we will talk about caregivers. There's a lot to do with caregivers. That's mostly what all of our services are about, is caregivers and caring for seniors. So to start with, Area Agency is a nonprofit organization. It was established, our agency actually has been in business this year, will be 40 years.
Wow.
40 years in this area. The Northwest Arkansas Area Agency on Aging, which is us, we cover 9 counties across Northwest Arkansas, the top 2 counties across from here to Benton and Washington County. We serve a lot of people in that area with a lot of different services. We do personal care, helping people in their homes with bathing and grooming and dressing and housekeeping. We have case management, which is a service that is used a lot for people that are just calling and don't know where to start. That's a great reason to call our agency. Is you're needing some help, you maybe are having some trouble with a family member, you have some concerns about a family member, and you just don't know exactly where to start, if they're qualified for any benefits or what it takes to go about getting services. Maybe they don't want somebody to come into their home. Maybe they're just looking for alternative things or tools or different ideas. And our office is a great place to start for that. A case manager can talk with them over the phone, come into the office, or even go into a person's home and do an assessment and kind of just holistically assess the situation, see how they are doing physically, mentally, financially, just see if there's any kind of needs there, and then can provide them with some information as to what directions they can take. They may be doing all that they can do, and at least it would give a person kind of some peace of mind to know that, well, this is what there is. But there might be something out there, a program that they didn't know about, maybe they can qualify for anything. It could be help with hearing aids. It could be help with medication. Maybe getting devices to transfer around move around your home easier. It might be a brief safety assessment. We don't really go into a lot of depth, but sometimes a person might live with a certain thing for so long they don't realize that it can be a hazard, and it takes another person coming in saying, that you might want to take care of this. I can really see this causing a problem. The longer you let this go. Of course, we go into some homes that are some pretty extreme circumstances as well, with sharing a bedroom with a family of raccoons or possums or something like that.
You're kidding.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
So there's lots of different things that we'll come across. And then case management also, they help people with when you get on Medicare. There's lots of questions that you have about the different options. There's all kinds of options for insurance there. So we kind of help with that. We take appointments for that in the office and help people pick out their drug plans. And sometimes then it might be beyond what we can help with, and they may have to go to an insurance agent or something. But we're a good place to start for that because it's non-biased. We don't just particularly sell one particular plan or anything. We let you know about all the plans, all the options, the basic information about where to go.
So you basically have more options than plans.
Yeah, we don't have plans. Our case managers are certified Medicare counselors, so we have to provide non-biased information and just general information.
Did you say certified Medicare or Medicaid?
Medicare.
Medicare.
And so whatever information that these insurance plans provide to Medicare is the information that we have access to. And it's tried, we don't have all the information about every little detail that a particular plan offers. Like there might be an Advantage plan that offers some benefits that we don't know about, but we're trying to compare the basics, the apples to apples of the drugs and the health coverage.
Okay, hypothetical situation. We've got, say, a surviving parent here in Arkansas that retired here 25 years ago. The kids are still in northern Illinois. They need help with mom down here. Step one.
Call the office and talk to a case manager. Then they can ask, just kind of give a brief scenario of what's happening if they have concerns. And then they can say, we can provide that family member with information over the phone. Or if they want us to go into the loved one's home and kind of take a look, it has to be with their consent. So they either need to get off the phone with us and ask mom and dad, hey, do you care if they come out? Because we can't just...
You can't barge in.
We can't barge in.
Right.
That's, Adult Protective Services is the agency that can just come unannounced and, take care of issues like that.
Right.
But ours is more of you have to have their consent for us to come in and visit about what's available.
So if the parent or parents, do they have to realize there's, I don't want to use the word problem, but you see what I'm saying? Because in the situation I had last year, I don't think my mom realized that there was an issue. See what I'm saying?
Right.
And so as the caregiver, I had to kind of step in and say, okay, this is what you're going to do.
Right. And that we can't really take that away. That responsibility does still lie on the caregiver. We just provide information. I recommend if you are the child that does think there's a problem, being there in the home when the case manager comes out to visit, because then our assessment might start out with questions about your cognitive abilities. So like what's the day, what year is it, where do you live, tell me a little bit of your history, to see kind of a brief status of their short-term and long-term memory. Then we might ask, how do you get your bathing done every day? Do you bathe every day? Can I take a look at your bathroom? And they may say, oh yeah, I shower every day. Well, then you go take a walk through the bathroom and the bathtub's stored with, just piled full of stuff or cobwebs or whatever. And so then, we can gently say, this can be a problem if you're not bathing every day. Do you identify it as a problem? What do you think, let's work together. What do you think we could do to solve this? Do you see this as a problem? And, sometimes people are really defensive and don't want to talk about it, and we just have to skip over it. And sometimes people are willing to then say, this might be something I need to look into. And the reason I don't take a bath is because I feel like I'm going to fall when I go in. Okay, well, there's things that can help with that. As simple as a grab bar, a bench to sit in there. There's a transfer bench that straddles the edge of a tub. Or if the family is willing, the family can help remodel the bathroom and make a walk-in shower. I mean, there's, it just kind of helps
have
Things
can be accomplished,
exactly, a third person in there to help talk about the problems that you might not realize are problems, but it might kind of help you realize, oh, this is why I don't take a bath. It's not because I don't want to, and different things like that. The same thing with eating, and a big issue people have difficulties with is toileting, and that's of course a very embarrassing thing to have to talk about. But there's lots of things that you can do to fix that as well. There's all kinds of products available.
There is help available for even the things that are embarrassing to talk about.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Everybody needs to be able to live independently as long as possible, and live with respect and dignity, and don't be ashamed to talk about things that you're struggling with. It's very hard to get past that pride, and but it's in the privacy of your own home. It's we have to follow all the privacy HIPAA rules and everything. It's not something that we're going to go talk. Oh, did you realize that your neighbor down the street, can't do this or that? That's not the way it is. You have to push through that embarrassing time to kind of get through and help yourself in the long run.
Coming up on 7:30, we're going to go ahead and grab that break real quick. More of the Area Agency on Aging right after this.
You need to keep going.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. $7:32, visiting with Tina and Jamie from Area Agency on Aging, and we'll pick it up where we left off.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what we're talking about is you've been here 40 years, and you have certified Medicare
counselors.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing I've got on my notes is home visits, and it's, to me, that was very important, you know, last year. And so when I had the folks come in, but
a lot of times people don't even realize we're there until you need us, or even after. It's like kind of crisis mode by then.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. We're not an emergency service. So I would highly suggest you start doing research way ahead of time about think about aging. It's an important thing. Everybody's getting older. It's not something that you're really going to avoid.
Right.
And so I would really suggest people start looking as soon as possible, just starting to research the things that are available, and talk with our office before it comes to crisis mode. So that way you know ahead of time, okay, whenever I get to this point, I need to contact an agency to help me with, you know, whatever it may be. When people start getting on Medicare, we can talk with them up to a couple of months before their Medicare goes into effect. So that way they have time to think and look at all the options. But they do have to have, a lot of times people will get their Medicare card about 3 months before, you know, and so so there's plenty of time there. Just don't wait till the last minute, because that causes a problem, and then you don't get what you need. And then, but I understand too, that's something that we see all the time. It's very hard not to, because the person that you're calling about doesn't realize that there's a problem. But you know, start having those conversations, just simple conversations early on. Mom, you're getting older. We're all getting older. I want to make sure that everything is going to go smoothly. I want to make sure that you can stay home as long as possible. I know you're still independent now, but why don't we start looking into some things just so that we know whenever the time comes what's out there. So some other services that our agency provides that can help with that. Wellness is a huge thing because, I mean, the healthier you stay, the longer, the better. The senior center has a lot of wellness programs for nutrition and exercise and mind health. You know, they have a big bridge group that comes and plays, and there's art things that go on. Just anything that you can do to exercise your mind and your body is important.
Well, what shocks me in the I keep going back to what I had to deal with last year. Middle of January of 18, you can tell anything was really wrong other than slight dementia. By April of 18, I had a major problem here. And by October, it was Mayday, Mayday. You know, this is, I mean, when I go back to Christmas of 17, I never would have thought, seeing Mom the way she was Christmas of 17, that she wouldn't be here Christmas of 18. It accelerated that fast.
Sometimes that goes that fast.
It accelerated that fast.
Yeah, that happens.
90% of it was Alzheimer's dementia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a huge thing. That's a big deal. And that one's really hard, you know, because there's really no magic pill for that. I mean, there's some medications you can take that can help, but there's really
nothing you can do.
Nothing much that you can do. So it's from the trainings and things that I've been to, the best thing is to make sure that the person understands and identifies in themselves that they do have dementia. There was one thing that we went to one time, and it was a man that was like a college professor or something, very intelligent, and got early onset Alzheimer's. And he would record, and he knew this, and so he started making plans for himself. So like every day he woke up, it was like a new day, and he really like couldn't remember what was going on, couldn't remember where he was or whatever. And so he had set up things like these signs in his house that kind of gave him an overview. My name is so-and-so. I am 56 years old. I am a college professor. I don't teach anymore. Because, you know, your memories go back. You have those older memories usually. Usually there's regression. And so he just kind of set things up for himself, identified that in himself, grieved every day for the loss of it, because it was like a new thing every day. I have this disease. It's awful. Okay, so what am I going to do? And then so setting those things up for himself helped him move past that and continue to make progress. And he still gave speeches and things like that, talking about Alzheimer's disease. So it was a pretty amazing thing. So that's something that's really important to me.
But it's amazing how they can remember something 55 and 60 years ago, but can't remember yesterday.
Right.
You know.
Exactly. So we have other services that help people with that have dementia. The adult daycare is one that's a really big help for family members. Caregivers are a huge thing that we deal with, and we'll talk a little bit more in detail about the caregivers. But do you want to talk about the daycare, because that's a big one for Alzheimer's dementia?
I will say that people who know that Alzheimer's runs in their family, they tend to plan ahead because they've been through this with their grandparents or their parents, and they see what's coming. And we've had a few clients that did that, and it's amazing the difference it makes, because the sooner you get that routine going, say if you're going to the daycare or whatever your activities are every week, the better the person does that has that disease, because they're used to it. And that helps them remember where they should be, you know, what they should be doing. But as far as the daycare goes, we are there to help them maintain as much independence as possible, keep activities going, give them a place to go to socialize, because it's still very important for them to do that. And the more they do with their minds, the slower it seems that disease progresses. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to happen with everyone, because some people progress through the stages of that quicker than others. But it helps to have activities and routines and exercise, and so that's what we do. We provide a location for the caregiver to bring them as often as they want. We're Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning to 5 in the evening. And so you just kind of get on a routine. Sometimes you start out slow because they got to get used to the place. The sooner you start them, the better it is. But they get used to coming there, and they get used to their friends that they make there, and the activities. They can do whichever activities they enjoy. I mean, we have several things going on all through the day, and they can pick what they enjoy, and they just kind of move from activity to activity. We have therapy dogs come in a couple of times a day. That really seems to help them relax, and they enjoy that. We have music, and the thing I've noticed about people with dementia and Alzheimer's, they remember the music. And so we have wonderful volunteers that come in every week and play different types of music for us. We also have a nice stereo that you helped us get. That we have albums, so if anyone has old albums they want to get rid of, please send them our way, because we share the albums with them and they remember that. We play musical bingo even, because it's something that they just hold on to. So it helps them memory-wise. We have field trips. We have a ladies' salon day where we do their hair and nails. It's just all kinds of activities all week long to help them. And we allow them to do as much as they can on their own. We have certified personal care assistants there that help them where they need help, whether it's, to play a card game if they need just a little prompting, or if it's to help them with toileting or eating or whatever the need may be. In order for them to come to the daycare, they have to be 21 or older. They must have a medical condition that makes them need a caregiver, where someone that can't stay home alone. So those are the kind of people that would come to visit us. They do have to be mobile, whether that's in a wheelchair and just need assistance transitioning. If they have a walker or a cane, that's all great too, but we can assist them if they do need assistance. They just have to be able to do some of it on their own. And so we help them through the day with all of that. Like I said, sometimes the caregivers need a break. It may not so much be the person with the disease. So if they need a break, if they've got doctor's appointments or beauty appointment, or they need to just go work in their garden or take a nap or whatever the case may be, they need a break, because as we all know, that's a 24/7 job, and a lot of times the caregiver is the one that becomes ill, and then they're unable to take care of that person that they had guardianship over. So it's very important for the caregiver to spend some time for themselves. Some of our clients' caregiver work, so they bring them and drop them off, go to work, come and get them, just so they can get their jobs done, So you just have to adjust to what your personal situation is, but we are there to help anyone that can. And I wanted to say we are in Cooper Park in the Van Meter Senior Center, but we are on the northeast corner, so you can't see us from the front of the building. You have to drive all the way around the parking lot, and we're in the back.
It's a very nice facility.
It is a very nice facility, and it's
very
large.
Home-like.
Yes, set up like a living room, a very large living room. And we have a wonderful dining area. We receive our meals from the senior center. They serve us before they serve those who go to the senior center. We have 2 snacks a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So, we just meet the need of whoever comes in there. I did mention volunteers. I want to say that this April is National Volunteer Appreciation Month. So for the month of April, we are going to be doing all kinds of things to appreciate our volunteers. They're very important to us. They come in and visit with our clients. Like I said, the dogs bring their owners, and the musicians
Boy, let me tell you how much difference a pet makes.
Yeah, it's amazing. But they get so excited about that. We have people just come in and help us, with whatever needs we have. We have all kinds of people in the community that donate items to us to help us. So there's just a lot of things going on there. We are always appreciative of anyone that wants to come in and volunteer in whatever. They don't have to have a talent like music, or they don't have to have a therapy dog. They just whatever they want. If they want to come and do a paint session or just come talk to the clients, we're just happy to have anyone come visit. And it's good for our clients because it stretches their mind a little bit, and they enjoy having visitors. And they all have stories to tell, They talk about their past, and it's interesting to hear. We have people from Italy that tell about coming over to the United States, and men who have been in the services that tell some of their stories. And so they all have a story to tell. It's real interesting. And they make friends, and sometimes they just sit and visit with each other, but that's just part of what we're there for. It's interesting to watch them. Their personalities are awesome. So anyway, so in April we'll be celebrating our volunteers. Also, I wanted to say that it doesn't have to be just Alzheimer's and dementia. It can be Parkinson's, it can be heart issues, it can be fall risks. We are a secured facility in that you have to ring a bell to get in and put the code in to get out, so that when we have wanderers, they can't get away. We have a great little patio where we will soon be starting to plant and spruce that up for the spring, and they love that. So that's another activity we do. And we have that great carport where you can pull in on rainy days and let them out right there, so it's real easy to get in and out of our facility.
7:46, time for a quick break. Can we look at the live cam real quick?
Yeah.
Just take a look at that live cam. Look at the live cam courtesy of the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Be right back. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
What's that say, 749 up there?
That's it.
The way that clock was on the monitor, I couldn't make out that last digit. Hey, we're visiting with Tina and Jamie from Area Agency on Aging, closing out the show. And aren't you glad it's the last day of winter?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes, we were trying to bring springy vibes today.
Good.
We didn't even plan it, and we did it anyway. It's on our mind.
So what else we need to talk about?
So we were talking about caregivers and how the adult daycare is a great tool, a great resource for caregivers to use. Caregivers, when we talk about caregivers, there's two different names that we use. We use informal caregivers and formal. So a formal caregiver, well, really a caregiver is just anybody that cares for another person. A formal caregiver is a paid individual, and informal is not paid. So family caregivers
I heard that.
Yeah, family caregivers are unpaid. They are informal. So some information about caregivers. About 22% of caregivers assist 2 or more individuals. And about half of all caregivers are age 50 and older. And so that really contributes to the potential for declining in their own health. A lot of times you're just putting out so much and caring for that person that your own health goes down. And a lot of times we see caregivers die before their loved ones do, and then you're in trouble. So anyway, so burnout is frequent. One of the things that our agency does is we have a caregiver program. So the Older Americans Act is what many of our services, our core services, are based off of. And one of the things that the Older Americans Act established was called the National Family Caregiver Support Program. It was established almost 20 years ago. And it just brings different supports for caregivers. So there's things like seminars, support groups, newsletters, and one of the big things that we do are these caregiver grants. So these grants are available to people that are caregivers of another. Most of the time, the caregiver, it doesn't matter what the age of the caregiver is, the caregiver has to be a caregiver of a person that is 60 or older. Most of our services are for 60 and older. So that's one thing. 60 or older, they have to be frail, which frail means functionally impaired because of some different inabilities or their cognitive ability, dementia, and stuff like that. So that's some of the core requirements. There's financially, there's some restrictions. The financial guidelines are super high. Like really, financial doesn't even really matter. You just can't be on Medicaid to get some of this program. Another group of people that this grant can serve are grandparents. So if we're seeing a big trend in grandparents caring for grandchildren for one reason or another. There's lots of different scenarios there. But for the grandparents can also take part of this grant, and they have to be an older individual who is related to a child by blood, marriage, or adoption. They have to be 55 years or older and live with the child, be the primary caregiver of the child, basically be raising the child. So that's another key thing. So some things that this grant can be used for. Basically this grant, both of those populations are eligible for this grant. Again, they cannot have Medicaid. I said the age of the caregiver didn't matter. They have to be 18 or older. And there are some income and asset limits. But basically, the grant is $575 up to $575. And it's a great thing, like let's say most of the time people use the grant for respite, which is they can take their person to the adult daycare. Or pay for somebody to come into their home. Now, this amount of a grant is just once per fiscal year, so from July to June. Once a year you can get this grant. It's just meant to be a short-term temporary thing, just to kind of help get you through, kind of help those people that fall through the cracks, maybe that need just a small amount to help get them through. So it can be for respite or supplemental services, which is like let's say that a wife is caring for a husband, and for the most part they're getting okay, but he's really having a hard time getting up out of his recliner. She has to help him. She's afraid her back's going to go out, and if her back goes out, well, then she's in big trouble. We could help you with some of the cost of a lift chair, or equipment for the bathroom. Different things like that. For grandparents, one of the great things that they might need a break from caring for that child. Maybe send the child off to summer camp. And we can help pay for that cost. Wow. I mean, we can't pay the whole thing, but typically the way this grant works is it's a matching grant. So, let's say you're going to pay for services in your home for a week. Let's say it costs $100. and you turn in a receipt for $100 and we will reimburse you $75. So really the services that you're going to be paying for, you're only going to pay 25% of the cost of whatever that service is.
Wow.
So that would be great for a summer camp or anything else, you know, anything like that. So there's some different restrictions that apply to that, and all the rules are available at our office. So it's a great thing. We have several of those grants available. We don't want people, you know, if you think, hey, that might be something I can use, you know, something that we see a lot in the older population is, oh, I'll say that for somebody who needs it more.
Yeah.
No, if you in any way can use a little help, take advantage of it. And the problem is these monies that we get are only available for certain times. And so they have to be spent within a certain time period or it goes away. And you just lose out on it. So you have to take advantage when the time is available. The same way with some of our other programs, like our farmers market coupon program. We'll talk about that next month. That's a big one. All different things. There's only a certain amount of money available for that time, so take advantage of it. If you think you might have somebody that you might want to try the adult daycare, go up and tour the facility, and then
really
ask.
Nice.
Tina knows about the grants.
Really nice.
She can help you, and then that might be a great way to start a trial run, just for a month or two, and to come up there a couple of days a week. The grant can help you pay for it. You really will not be out of pocket very much at all.
Right.
And then you can see if that might be a long-term solution. And it's getting close to July. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but it's getting close to July anyways. You could, you know, back it up month, you know, month to month. It could. It's a really great service, and we really want people to use it.
And if the money's available, take it.
Exactly. Exactly. There's not a whole lot of restrictions for this program. So if you're caring for another person and you think you could use a hand, by all means. Burnout sneaks up on you before you even realize it. You really have to have some self-awareness of your situation and not let it get too far without a break, you know, with children or with adults alike.
And I think for me, having to make the trips to Little Rock, you know.
Yeah, do the things you have to do. Take your loved one on those hard trips, and then afterwards have it set up to where for a day or two you can take your loved one to the daycare, and then you can have a day to get your stuff, get the house tidied back up, and take a nap. You know, get yourself rejuvenated. You have to take part of self-care. It's a huge important thing for a caregiver to do self-care. So this grant can help you do that. So about any of our did you have something else?
Go ahead.
Any of our services, if you're interested in finding out, there is an area agency on aging office in every county in the state.
Really?
They may not be associated with us, because I know your broadcast reaches a lot of counties that we're not associated with. Well, there's area agencies in every county.
What about folks in Missouri?
There's a structured a little bit differently. Most of the bordering counties here, I think, run out of Springfield. So there is an office in Springfield, and I think they reach out to all the counties
so
in the
Ozark
southern part.
County, Howell, Ozark.
I believe they are all operated out of Springfield. And some of the states call it Council on Aging, things like that. Like Izard, Fulton County, those are the White River Area Agency on Aging. And then down towards Little Rock, it's called CareLink. There's East Arkansas Area Agency on Aging. So every county in this state has an Area Agency on Aging office. You just have to hunt it down. Google's a great tool. You know, search them out. Our offices, there's a main number for our counties that you can call. There's a 1-800 number, 1-800-432-9721. If you want,
what was that, 9 what?
432-9721.
21, okay.
If you want Mountain Home in particular, it is 425-9811. And from there, we can give you the numbers for the adult daycare, senior center.
Yeah, ours is 425-7585. And if someone calls and they get the wrong number, we'll get you to the right place.
Yeah, we're all in the same building. We can't transfer.
Yeah,
I think we could,
but we can
can't.
get you the right number.
But we can get you to the right place.
Final thoughts, 30 seconds.
Again, we just really want people to, don't hesitate to call. Call us, 425-9811. And we can even we can help you find the numbers for other counties as well if you're looking for that and you need some assistance. Don't wait to start looking into all the programs that are out there and available.
Yeah.
It's a really important thing.
Boy, a lot of information. My goodness. Scooter, you got a question over there?
No, I'm just
Soaking it all
listening.
in.
I'm learning. Hey, we're all going to be here. So
I know.
Learn
Learn all you
go through it
can.
one time or the other. Anyway, one more time. The live shot over the White River brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. Beautiful White River this morning at 7:59. We got to say goodbye. See you tomorrow. Happy last day of winter, everybody.